Staff at a fast food restaurant were arrested for not giving the police free burgers. A man has been jailed for 19 months for tattooing a Nazi symbol on his testicle. And there's a petition urging Jeff Bezos to purchase and eat the Mona Lisa, and it's gaining steam. These are the weird stories for Tuesday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian inside a closet. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm recording inside a closet. You're here with me, and I'm glad. Fast food restaurant employees were arrested for not giving the police free burgers. All 19 employees at this fast food restaurant in Pakistan were arrested after they refused to give an entire group of police officers free burgers last week. The employees of Johnny and Jugnu, which is a burger chain in Lahore, or Lahore. Lahore. Didn't I just do a story about Lahore? Yeah, I think I did. And I think I decided it's Lahore. The staff, I believe the entire staff, were rounded up on Saturday and held overnight in jail. Apparently, according to the burger chain, this is not the first time something like this has happened at their restaurant. What's going on? The police arrested people for not giving them free fries? Free pickles? 9 police officers were involved in this incident. That's a big group of police officers to show up at your restaurant and demand free shit. Like, if 2 of them are on the beat, yeah, maybe you guys want a couple burgers. 9? What is this? You want 9? How many of you? And they probably wanted more than a burger. So next thing you know, you're giving out 9 meals? That just doesn't seem like good business. No, I wouldn't give them all free food either. Yeah, maybe one of them comes in, yeah. 9 police officers have been suspended, thankfully. Senior provincial police official Inam Ghani announced the suspensions on Twitter. Imagine finding out you got suspended on Twitter. That's kind of a slap in the face. Tell me to my face, not on Twitter, man. Here's the tweet. No one is allowed to take the law into his own hands. Injustice will not be tolerated. All of these officers will be punished. In a statement posted on Facebook, Johnny and Jugnu, the fast food chain, said a group of police officers had walked into the restaurant 2 days before the incident and asked for free burgers. Upon rejecting their request for free burgers, which has become a common practice for them, the police officers threatened the managers and then exited, only to return the next day to further harass and pressure the teams that were working. They used what they call baseless arguments. It says here, some police officers came to our outlet and took our manager into custody without giving any reason whatsoever. Then they emptied out our entire branch, taking all of our kitchen crew, including arresting the rest of the managers. The restaurant said the staff were not allowed to close down the kitchen either. They left the fryers still burning. They weren't allowed to close down the kitchen. The officers are like, no, you leave right now. Customers were in line waiting for their orders. They're like, no, you will not serve those customers. You will come with us because you didn't give us free burgers. The article ends by saying Pakistan's police officers are infamous for corruption. No way. And they're infamous for demanding kickbacks from local businesses. Yes, of course. This is what happens in poor countries. The police get kickbacks. They're corrupt. You know, it's like if you go to Mexico on spring break and you're in the middle of nowhere, the police arrest you, you know, for being drunk, or they make up something and you got to give them like 50 pesos to get free. This is what happens. Everybody knows it. It's no mystery. But you got to be smart about it, man. You can't arrest an entire fast food staff because you didn't get burgers. I mean, that's how you raise eyebrows. Any police officers out there, I want to know, do you get free shit everywhere you go while you're in that uniform? Like, I'm very curious. Now, in Boston, I know everybody gives the cops free Dunkins. So cops go into Dunkins, they get free coffee. Yeah, it's no problem. But, I mean, are you guys walking into other joints? You going to Burger King and being like, hey, I got to get a free number 4? Like, I want to know. An Austrian man has been jailed for nearly 2 years after tattooing a Nazi symbol on his testicle. Ooh, I get to do an Austrian accent. An Austrian soldier has been jailed for 19 months after tattooing a swastika. Where? On his shoulder? No, on his chest, on his face, on his forehead, on his neck. The neck tats have been becoming very popular in the United States. I don't know about where you're from. I don't know about where you're from, but about where I'm from. Goddamn tats on the necks. Neck tats, man. I don't know how you're going to get a job with a neck tat. Anyways, Apparently in Austria, people like to tattoo their balls. I had no clue. A swastika right on his testicle. The 29-year-old alleged neo-Nazi from the Austrian town of Sangweit an der Glan went on trial in the Austrian city of Klagenfurt on the 8th of June. The court heard how he drank almost 2 bottles of whiskey before his brother tattooed the swastika on his scrotum. Well, there's a lot of details in this court case, huh? The jury must have been shocked to hear that his brother tattooed his scrotum. You asked your brother to tattoo the scrotum. Exhibit A. Would you look at his scrotum, everyone? No, look at it. Don't look away. Exhibit A. So could you wiggle a little bit, lift the scrotum so we can see Exhibit A? We can't see Exhibit A on your... Lift the scrotum. That's much better. I should have done all that with an Austrian accent. Lift the scrotum. We cannot see the swastika on the scrotum. In addition to his tattoo, he was found to have posed for photos with Nazi material at the Bunker Museum of Versenpass. He's been accused of drinking Hitler-branded wine. Hitler makes wine still? How? There's a Hitler winery? It's the first I've heard of it. You guys should shut that shit down. And he's accused of posting Nazi propaganda online. Well, that's terrible. You can't post Nazi propaganda online. What if the kids see it? You also can't tattoo your testicle with a swastika. What if the kids see it? I don't think a man should be punished for tattooing a swastika on his balls. I mean, what you do to your body is your own damn business. It's taking it a little too far, I think. But some of this other stuff is not okay. Posting Nazi propaganda, not okay. I don't know what he did at the museum, but it sounds like it was offensive. Drinking Hitler-branded wine, yeah, I don't think he should pay the price for that. I think whoever's making the Hitler-branded wine should pay the price for that. I don't know who you are making Hitler wine, man. He is said to have posted a photo of the tattoo online on one occasion and shown his army colleagues the tattoo on another occasion when he was heavily drunk following a drill. First of all, you're drunk doing army drills? What kind of Austrian army do you have over there? All right. Drop and give me 20, but first do 4 shots with me. Pass out the vodka, and now do push-ups and sit-ups. What's going on in the Austrian army? I want to know. The suspect, who was not named because of local privacy laws, has a criminal record already, having previously been sentenced to 2 years for deliberate aggravated bodily harm following a brawl at a festival. Now, this guy's punching people at festivals. This person's no bueno, clearly. He's not a good person. I still think he should be able to do whatever he wants to his damn body, regardless of the type of person he is. But this Nazi propaganda behavior is really out of control. This guy's going down the wrong path, and who knows what he was going to do after the swastika testicle tattoo. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was going to open his own Nazi symbol tattoo shop. That could be a thing. You got Nazi tattoo shops. You got Nazi wineries, apparently. What's next? The Nazi vegan burger? I mean, where are we going to... A Hitler line of belts? What are we talking about here? How is this stuff getting out there? In the end, the suspect was sentenced to 19 months in prison for the glorification of Nazism and illegal firearm possession. Well, it is Austria, a place that was definitely affected by Nazi Germany. So they have a law. It's called, it's the glorification of Nazism, clearly. And I guess that would include tattooing a swastika on your testicles. So it does fall into that. I assume this person's familiar with the rules and still went ahead and did it, and then brazenly posted it online, brazenly took out his balls during army drills and probably other places. I mean, how many people have seen this guy's balls in Austria? Probably a lot. Every time he's drunk at a bar, you know it's going to happen. It's like, helmet, show them the testy. Show it to them. Yes, see, he told you, swastika on the testy. Oh, yeah, the news is weird, man. So weird. Oh, weird news, man. Weird AF. Weird AF news. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's weird. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast.
Too difficult? No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man.
An online petition urging Jeff Bezos to buy and eat the Mona Lisa painting gains steam. A petition on change.org urging billionaire Jeff Bezos to buy Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa painting and eat it has gotten hundreds of signatures. That's what the article says. I went to the petition, which is on change.org. It's currently at over 5,000 signatures. So this is really gaining steam, for sure. Here's a quote from the petition. Nobody has eaten the Mona Lisa, and we feel Jeff Bezos needs to take a stand and make this happen. The joke petition went up a year ago. It's been sitting there for a year. Finally, it's gained steam. I don't know how. People found out about it. It's probably Redditors. I blame Redditors for all this stuff. Gobble de Lisa, one person wrote. Another person joked, I feel like this is something society needs. Jeff, we need you to make this a sacrifice for society. Jeff, we need you to eat the Mona Lisa painting. If you don't know the Mona Lisa, it is owned by the French government. Have you guys been there to see it? It's on permanent display where? At that very famous gallery in Paris called the Louvre. Did I say it right? Le Louvre, huh? You want to see the Mona Lisa? Go to the Louvre. No, back away. Do not get so close to Mona Lisa. We're saving her. We're going to serve her to Monsieur Bezos with the barbecue sauce or mustard, maybe ketchup or whatever condiment Mr. Bezos wants to eat the painting with. Yeah. Jeff Bezos is one of the richest men in the world. If you've been living under a rock and you don't know, he became the first man to top $200 billion of net worth. This year, he did it. Guys, all those guys made so much money during the pandemic. They were like loving the pandemic. It was the best thing to happen to billionaires since billions. It says here, Bezos seems to have no immediate plans to eat the painting, but is planning an 11-minute trip to outer space. He's a little too busy going to space, guys. I don't know if he's going to eat the painting you're requesting him to eat. He's going to be going to space on his company Blue Origin's first crewed flight scheduled for July 20th. He's a little busy getting in, it's called astronaut shape. And I think you got to cut weight when you're doing astronaut things. So there's probably no room in his diet right now for eating a painting because that's carbs, man. That's carbs. How many carbs are in the Mona Lisa painting? Let me look it up right now. How many carbs? Hold on. Well, this was a fail. When you type in Mona Lisa calories or Mona Lisa carbs, it just brings up pizza places. Apparently, Mona Lisa is a very popular name for pizza joints all around the world. San Diego, Texas. Anyways, back to the Jeff Bezos eating the painting. I'm signing this petition because I want him to eat the painting. I wanted to buy it and eat the painting. Apparently, you could actually make a bid to join Bezos in space. Did you know that? The article says this. The highest bid this week to join Jeff Bezos on the short flight into space is $2.8 million. The bidding ended on Thursday. Jeff Bezos has made some extravagant purchases, as you can imagine, someone who has $200 billion. He bought a 418-foot yacht for $500 million. Yes, it's like the size of a city. If you haven't seen a picture of his yacht, please look at it and then find yourself a puke bucket, because that's what you're going to want to do afterward is throw your cookies and then clench your fists and scream to the sky. Jeff Bezos also turned 4 luxury New York City apartments into a 23,000 square foot penthouse for around $96 million after his divorce. And he invests about $1 billion a year into Blue Origin, which is his, flight to space company. On the Patreon, I posted a website that'll make you sick. It's like a countdown or count forward. It's basically a calculator that just shows you all the money that Jeff Bezos has made since you've pulled up that web page. It's a web page and it just keeps going. And it hits $1 million in about 13 seconds. Just crazy. Okay. It says here, over the years, the idea of selling the Mona Lisa in order to help France get out of debt has popped up occasionally. I didn't know France was having a debt problem. Well, I don't know if you can sell this painting and have that be a sufficient debt relief for your whole country, France. I mean, what's this painting worth? They think that they could sell it for $50 billion. Really? Is that what you think? $50 billion? I don't think you could sell that painting for $50 billion. The highest priced painting thus far was Da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, which sold for, I'm going to say only $450 million. I don't think you're getting $50 billion for the Mona Lisa. Maybe $4 billion, maybe, but I don't think that's going to get you out of debt. Regardless, if anybody could afford to buy the Mona Lisa, it's Jeff Bezos. And I urge you guys to go to the petition. I'll post a link to it in the show notes and on the Facebook page. I'll tweet it. Just sign this petition. Let's get it. If it gets to 7,500 signatures, it says here, the petition is more likely to get a reaction from the decision maker at 7,500. So we just got about 2,000 signatures to go, and maybe Jeff Bezos will acknowledge this, which is one step closer to Jeff Bezos sitting down with a fork and knife, putting a little whipped cream on the Mona Lisa's face and chest area, and then eating her as she was meant to be, eaten by a gazillionaire. Weird AF News. What's up, everybody? It's your trusty host. It's your trusty side piece, always at your hip. That's me with the weird. I'm highly caffeinated with the weird news. Is that how you ordered me? Would you like your weird news highly caffeinated? Here it is, sir. Would you like some sugar with that? I would like to thank every one of my loyal listeners for dealing with me on a regular basis. Appreciate that. I know it's not easy, and I appreciate it. If you'd like to help me out, just tell a friend that I exist. That'd be pretty cool. Or a coworker, or tell your pimp. You can tell your pimp about me. Your arresting officer. I find that they love to hear podcast tips while they're arresting you. That's the perfect time to suggest a good podcast. Like, hey, let's shoot a Weird AF News commercial where someone's getting arrested, and they're like, "You have the right to remain silent." Everything. They're like, "Yeah, I know all that, but I only have one thing to say. It's I recommend the Weird AF News podcast," and then they push them into the back of the squad car by the head. They always push them by their head. I think that would be the good Weird AF News commercial. All right, I need to stop talking because this is just unacceptable what I'm doing. Let me recommend the Patreon. Don't give up hope on me, guys. Just join the Patreon, please. It's patreon.com/weirdafnews and support the show. Help pay the electric bill so that Jonesy can get inside the closet 5 days a week and record a news show. And you get extra content with that, though. It's not just throwing money at Jonesy. You also get stuff with that. So, and that stuff is pretty enjoyable. And you get to join a pretty cool group of people who are in the Patreon too. My patrons are very cool. As always, I'm on the social medias at Funny Jones, and you can email me anytime if you get a funny, weird story. The weirder, the better. funnyjones@gmail.com. Thank you so much.